Okay, my name is Felix Hampton Brown. I'm gonna play a cut called the Nigger Game. We're getting ready to take our consciousness to another level. Here it goes.
You know, when we got into the game of baseball, it was Jackie Robinson. He was the first one in. They called him nigga day in and day out. But we still took over that game. Then we got into football and we took over that game. We got into basketball and we took over that game. Then the white man stopped calling us nigger and we took over that game. Because being born in America doesn't make me an American. Why, being born in America made me an American. They wouldn't have needed any new legislation or amendments to the Constitution. No, being born in America made me a nigger, so I couldn't get any bigger. And everybody from every other land called me nigger instead of brother man. Why, it was a gamble when they wrote the preamble that we hold all these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Why, there will be no sequel to the nigger game that has been thrusted upon my people. When they wrote in the Constitution that we were 3/5 of a man, that's when the nigger game began. Niggers. Back then, it's really hard to say where the first nigger began, but if you grin, you're in this nigger game. Some niggas is doing 5 to 10. Some niggas is waiting for their verdict to come in. Some niggas is on death row. Some niggas' daughters are hoes. Some niggas is waiting for Santa Claus to put some pot up their nose. Say, how? You want some blow? Well, my name ain't Utsi. It's Potter for Tootsie. Didn't you know? Nigger? Niggers. Back then, it's really hard to say where the first nigger began, but if you grin, you're in this nigger game. So let's take a spin and see where the needle ends. I hope it's not your thing. That would be a shame, because you become another victim in the nigger game. Niggers, trying to be their own lawyer, they just like that nigga in Tom Sawyer, waiting for Huckleberry Finn to take a spin in the nigger game. Now there's white niggers, there's yellow niggers, there's red niggers. There's not just black and brown niggers. For racism, it's an equal opportunity employer. Who do you think created Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn, Uncle Tom's Cabin and Gone with the Wind? Ain't your mammy served and a box of Uncle Ben? And who's coming to dinner? And the list will never end. And you will never win until you stop thugging and bugging and willing and dealing, illing and chilling and stealing and killing, lying and dying and getting out their welfare lines. Until then, you just another nigger in the nigger game. This being played on the basketball court, football, and baseball field. And some of us super niggas is in track and field. Just high-paid gladiators, drinking Gatorade. Still a nigger, still a slave. Niggers. Back then, it's really hard to say where niggas begin, but if you grin, you're in this nigger game. So come into my city of blues, where kings are shining shoes. Prisoners are confined from looking like you. Polluted air, judges ain't fair. Murdering authority, who does care? You got leftover niggas from the first time around, praying for some bling bling god that can't be found. It's the time to listen. It's the time to act. Whitewash is over. It's time to be black. You got pimpin' niggas pulling triggers, dope in need. I got a nigga, sickle cell, brother in jail, and beautiful sister can't make bail. Niggers. Back then, it's really hard to say where niggas begin, but if you grin, you're in this nigger game. See, when they wrote into the Constitution that we were only 3/5 of a man, that's when the nigger game began. And don't forget about the Declaration of Independence. That was to pass the nigger game down to their descendants. Niggers, fat and thin or rich or poor. This game will go on forevermore. And it's really easy to see how this game began if you was listening to the words I was saying. And maybe then you will begin to play and change the way this game would end. And stop calling each other nigger, but brothers and sisters again. Lest I'm just gonna be another nigger with a silly grin. Niggers, if you grin, you're in this nigger game.
Okay, Facebook family, I hope you like it. It's called the Nigger Game. I'm FelixArie11's Brown, and I'm going to bring it to you live on YouTube. The message.